Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I recently got sent the xTool M1 Deluxe. It's a laser cutter, laser engraver, and a blade cutter as well. I've never used a laser engraver before, so this is going to be my first time operating one. In this video, I'm going to go ahead and set it up and we're going to do a test run. And I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion of the device so far. And then once I've gotten the hang of it, we're going to come back and do another video. Luckily, the M1 Deluxe comes with lots of blanks to test out, so I'm excited to try all of those for you guys. Setting up the M1 was pretty simple. After unboxing it, I removed everything from the box and from the inside of the M1. And right here, I'm just gonna plug in my device. So I put it together, and on the back of the device is where you're gonna insert the plug. And then once it's plugged into the device, you're gonna just plug it into a wall outlet. So after I installed the plug, I went ahead and installed the smoke exhaust pipe. I'm so happy that this device comes with a smoke exhaust pipe because whenever you're doing the laser engraving or the laser cutting, it's going to release a lot of toxic fumes, and unless you're in a well-ventilated area, it's not going to be good for you. So I went ahead and added the clamp onto the flange, and then I attached the pipe onto the flange and then used the clamp to attach it that way. After I completed that, I went ahead and attached the flange onto the xTool. So it comes with these screws that I actually really like. You can hand screw them, you don't need any other tools. So I just placed it over the vent, and it's super simple to install. You can see me do it right here. If you're using your xTool indoor, you want to make sure you're near a window so you can put that pipe through the window. That way all of your exhaust can go outside. If you don't happen to have a window nearby, then xTool does sell an air purifier that you can attach to the vent to use instead. Now that my xTool is all set up, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the materials that it came with. So it came with 4 different mats. It came with 2 light grip mats and then 2 fabric mats. This is for the blade cutting. So it also comes with 5 replacement blades, and this is going to be used for your blade cutting as well. These triangular prisms are supposed to be used whenever you're doing any kind of cutting. It raises your material up so you can get some airflow underneath it as it's cutting. The M1 Deluxe comes with a rotary kit as well. You attach it to the M1 in order to cut things that have like a round surface. So you would use it to engrave on like cups and tumblers and stuff like that. So this part right here is the rotary accessory kit. This item right here is the actual rotary that you're going to install into your M1 if you want to engrave things like tumblers and stuff. I'm not going to do it for this video, but stay tuned for a future video where I set this up and then we're going to test out some tumblers. So stay tuned for that. Next up, we have the risers. So the risers are used to lift up your M1 whenever you're engraving or cutting an item that's too tall to fit in the regular dimensions of your M1. So you would turn it to either one of these sides, whichever size you need, in order to fit your material in there. So next up, we're going to go over all the blanks that it came with. Luckily, it comes with so many different blanks that you don't have to buy anything whenever you're testing it out. When you open the box, it comes with a manual. In this manual, it shows you all the blanks that it came with, and then it tells you if it's for laser engraving, laser cutting, or for the blade cutting function. Another thing that I really love is that it comes with precautions. So whenever you're going to work with a material, you can pull up this manual. You can open this manual, and then you can see different tips that you can use for working with that precise material. And now I'm going to show you all the blanks that it came with. Now that we've gone over all the materials, it's time to get started. So I've already turned the machine on. I'm going to open it up And then my next step is to lay down some of those triangular prisms to the bottom because I do plan on doing a cut test. The material that I'm practicing on today is this 3mm basswood. This basswood came with the deluxe material package that you get whenever you buy the M1. Once our materials are inserted into our M1, we're going to go ahead and pull up the xTool creative space. The creative space is very similar to the Cricut design space if you guys use Cricut. It's very user friendly. The only issue that I ran into is that I couldn't connect via Wi-Fi and I had to connect via USB. Since the material that I'm working with is flat, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the laser flat setting. Next, I'm going to hover over the materials and I'm going to click. It automatically does user defined material where you're going to type in yourself, but I'm using the 3mm basswood that comes with the machine, so I'm just going to stick with the settings that it came with. Because we have our basswood on top of the triangular prism, we're going to change the height raise to triangular prism. Now we're going to go ahead and work on our design. So I'm going to click on text and I want to type in engrave, score, and then cut because those are all the settings that we're going to do. So the first word I'm going to type in is engrave. After I type that in, I'm just going to position it to make sure it's in the position that I want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and open up another text box, and once that text box is open, I'm going to change the text to score. I forgot to mention that the xTool M1 actually has a camera on the inside, so the material that you're seeing there is actually the material that we placed into the M1. I really like that feature because you're able to see before you engrave what it's going to look like. So now that everything's typed in, we're going to go ahead and make sure we have the correct setting. I'm going to click on the first text box, which is engrave, and I'm going to change it from score to engrave. So as you can see here, the engrave setting has an automatic power of 70 and a speed of 175. I'm just going to leave it at the setting that it comes with. Score is automatically already set to score, and the power for score is 50 and the speed is 60. But that's the auto setting, so we're going to leave it there. And lastly, we're going to change cut to cut. The power for cut is 100 and the speed is 5 because it takes a little bit longer than the rest. So once you finalize your design, you want to go ahead and click process in the bottom right hand corner. Before you start the engraving process, you want to go ahead and frame out your material. Framing pretty much just moves your laser around your material to show you the section of the material that your laser is going to be working on. So after you're done framing, you're going to go ahead and click on framing completed in the bottom right hand corner. Then you're going to click start in the upper right hand corner to start your engraving process. So before I started the process, it said that this project was only going to take 4 minutes, and it actually only took 3 minutes and 30 seconds, which I thought it was going to take longer because a lot of the reviews I've seen of this machine before was showing that it would take double, sometimes even 3 times the amount that it said it would take in order to cut anything out. The M1 was surprisingly quiet throughout the whole thing as well. So after everything was all said and done, guys, I was so happy with the finished product. I didn't know what I would think about a laser engraver. I've always wanted to try one, but I just didn't take the plunge to buy one. But I'm so pleasantly surprised with how this turned out. Like I said before, it's pretty user-friendly. The only issue that I ran into was the connection. I could not get it to connect to my Wi-Fi. Maybe that's a user error. And I also couldn't get it to connect via the IP address. I'm gonna have to contact them to get some help as far as the connection because I really want to use it with my tablet. So I'm super excited to play around with this machine. Stay tuned for more videos where I show you guys how to make different things and how to engrave different projects. And you guys can follow me on my journey on learning how to use a laser engraver. If you guys want to purchase any M1 materials or machines, I do have an affiliate link in my description box. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does support me if you guys wanted to purchase through my link. Thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.